Boston, home to some of the world's most elite colleges, may appear to the outsider to be a city of successful, privileged, and highly educated. But Boston Public School graduation rates tell a different story. As of 2013, more than 40% of Hispanic students and 35% of African American students failed to complete high school. Friends of the Children, a private nonprofit organization, is working to bridge that gap, serving the poorest, most at-risk children in the Boston public school system. By committing to mentor a dozen first graders through high school graduation, Friends of the Children transforms individuals, families, and entire communities. To tell us more, we've invited the organization's executive director, Michelle Harrington, an 11th grader in the program, Jorgi Martin, and her mom, Carlotta Martin. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michelle, let me start with you. What makes Friends of the Children different from the other mentorship programs we hear about, and how does it work?
Because Friends of the Children is a 12-year program, and we provide holistic wraparound services to our children and our families. So we're all about strengthening the child while strengthening the family. And we make a promise. We will be with you for 12 years from the beginning to the end.
And again, these are mentors working with...
So we hire full-time staff who we call friends, and they're highly skilled in education, social work. We have teachers on staff, and those are the people that really work the day-to-day with our achievers.
Okay. Now, Carlotta Martin, before Friends of the Children selected your daughter, Jorgi, I guess how much of a support network did you have?
I didn't have no support network at the time. I was hoping to find something for Georgiana, but there wasn't nothing. And then she was at the John Marshall at the time. They had came up with Friends of the Children. They was recruiting kids, and Georgiana happened to be one that got picked.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Jorgi, tell me about your family situation when you were selected. What was that like?
It was hard. I didn't have anyone to depend on but my mom. I think most kids would find themselves in that situation, but in mine it was different because I felt like a part of me was losing my childhood because I didn't have an organization like Friends of the Children helping not just me but my family as well. So I think that honestly, without this program, I don't even think me and my mom would have the strong connection that we have to each other.
Well, that's great. And I understand that you've got a graduation coming up, the first class, and you're going to be part of it, I understand.
Yes, I am.
That's amazing. 12 years in this program. Before we go any further, let's take a quick look at a video on your website.
Okay.
It shows a little bit about what you're all about, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Thank you.
The largest challenges I see for the students I work with in the school and in the community are the lack of resources. I'm really trying to make something out of nothing.
The hardest thing about being a friend is watching my kids hear no when they need something and they have the right to have it.
There's so many different obstacles for the achievers, especially in the community with the gang violence and the poverty.
Healthy food is a big issue for a lot of our families. The housing that a lot of our families in is below what they deserve.
A lot of the students that I work with really don't have the belief that they're capable of completing something as large as a high school graduation. It seems almost as if they think it's just this lofty idea.
Way too many kids in our society today, they have their family that cares about them, and then they start to get the feeling that no one else does.
Michelle Harrington, why does Friends of the Children intentionally take on the toughest kids?
Because we want to make our lives difficult. Because that's how we prove the model. That's how we prove that we can make generational change and change mindsets. If we can change the toughest kids, we change the tenor of the school, we change the tenor of the community, and we change that family.
Wow. Now, Carlotta, I guess, how did Friends of the Children really help you, your family, navigate through the situations and do so much for Jorgi?
Well, they advocated when it came to school. If there was ever issues in school and stuff, they was there to support Georgiana, support me when I've got overwhelmed, gotten to a point where it's like, I can't take this no more. They was right there for me. Anytime that I had any issues with Georgiana, I could call them up. They're right there. They'll hear my side, they'll hear Georgiana's side, and then eventually everything gets rationed out, where we're communicating. Georgie's kind of seeing like, okay, yeah, Mom, you're right. Because sometimes, especially when you're a single parent, it can get hard, and what Mom says is not right. Mom was ever a teenager, like Mom just don't know. And having that mentor, having that other person kind of gives that reassurance, that backup.
Jorgi, how do you think Friends of the Children really helped you when you look back on these 12 years? What did they do? What did it do for you? How did it help you?
When I look back, I feel like Friends of the Children gave me these essential traits that I need to carry on through the future, like as far as dedication, consistency, things like that. So, and that plays a big part in growing in a woman,
And you're in 11th grade,
Yes.
taking your SATs, and
Yes.
what are your college plans? Are you planning on going on to school, college
Yes.
after?
Well, I don't want to travel too far, but I am planning on double majoring in art and law. So Friends of the Children is like my backup, making sure,
Carlotta, how does it make you feel to know that your daughter's going to be attending college?
It makes me feel great.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess, Michelle, talk to me about, so you've got 12 students a year. You've got about 140 some students, your first graduating class. Talk to me about your success rate. Do your kids do well?
They do. We are actually part of a National Institute on Health study. That's a national study that's looking at our achievers and a control group of students that weren't picked for the program. And we're showing that children and friends do 2 times better in math and reading and have lower school suspensions. But then, success is individual also, because every child, has their own milestones.
That's right. We've got a fundraiser here, the 10th annual Friends of the Children fundraiser, Thursday, May 21st, 6 to 9 p.m. Ben Franklin Institute of Technology, www.friendsofthechildrenboston.org. And point out that you are privately funded. You're not a government
Yes, no.
funded, so you need all the help
We
you
need
can
everything we can get. Thank
get.
you.
Okay, all right. How many kids going to college in that first graduating class?
We're working on it, so I
Okay.
don't know exactly the numbers because we're doing all the work right now.
Okay, well, leave it right there. Michelle Harrington, Jorgi Martin, Carlotta Martin, congratulations on, looks like it's going to turn out to be 12 great years.
It will.
All right, and good luck in college.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it for this edition of Urban Update.